Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some Fire Emblem Three Houses. We're going into Chapter 18 today. So I am recovering from a pretty bad cold flu that lasted several days over the weekend. So, I may not be quite as talkative as normal.
Silver Snow. Garland Moon. The Chaos of War.
What a name. But yeah, just know that's what's going on if I'm a little bit quieter.
The Resistance Army successfully takes Fort Merceus. Their victory celebrations are cut short, however, when javelins of light pierce the sky and destroy much of the fort.
God, that was so wild.
With nowhere else to go, the Resistance Army withdraws to Garreg Mach. Under the guise of surrender, they secretly prepare for a surprise attack on the Imperial capital.
It seems the preparations for our invasion of Enbar are advancing smoothly. All has been laid out so we can move swiftly to the necessary locations. Until the time comes, please try to keep your spirits up.
I understand.
There is something else. I have heard that Rhea is potentially being held captive in the capital. The information could not be confirmed, nor even properly sourced, but even still, we cannot ignore the possibility. Please bear that in mind.
Damn, okay. Well, if that's true, we're gonna find her.
Yes. We must not let anything get in the way of rescuing her.
I really hope we get her back before the end of this route. In Blue Lions, it wasn't until like the end credits that it was telling us that she was okay. I want her back earlier in this story.
We're finally heading to Enbar, the capital city of the Empire. Oh, so many memories there.
Oh yeah? So you've been there before?
Careful now, girl.
Yes. Though it was a very long time ago.
Very.
A very long time. You must have been really young. I'm surprised you remember.
The main stage of the Mittelfranc Opera Company is in the capital. I hope no one from the opera gets swept up in the coming chaos.
Like, are we gonna hit the capital in this next mission? Because if so, that's wild. And I don't know where the last chapters of this route are gonna go if that's the case.
There are many buildings straight out of the history books in Enbar. I hope they remain unharmed.
You're worried about the buildings? What about the people? You're an odd one, Lynn.
I am also worried about the people. I'm sure my father is in a palace in the capital.
Many people reside in Enbar, so we must take care to avoid needless casualties.
Agreed.
I don't think Edelgard cares much for avoiding casualties, so that's probably impossible.
Also agreed.
I bet we'll be fighting until one side or the other is completely destroyed.
Bernie, you should be staying away from thoughts like that. We will be defeating her with our full power. Our enemy has great strength, but we will not be losing.
I could not agree more. Remember, even if our surprise attack works, a force even greater than all of our troops combined awaits us in the capital. 0 casualties is always the goal, but we must not underestimate the situation at hand.
We're also kind of like sneaking in a little bit too in small groups, so like this plan could go horribly wrong.
Still, we must not hold ourselves to the same twisted morality that she does. After all, we are here to stop her, not to follow her down her dark path. We all choose to fight back. We are all in this together.
You're right, Flayn. We've got to try our hardest.
A different path from Edelgard.
There's no stopping her. The only way to end this is to kill her.
God, that's
Our
sad.
choice. Flayn, your words are wonderful and full of bravery.
And like this one isn't gonna have the beauty that the Blue Lions one did either. That moment between Dimitri and her right at the end was so good. In this one, I feel like it's just going to be brutal and sad. Oh, it's going to hurt.
Let's go! We can't lose!
The situation is dire, and so I will do what must be done.
I am certain that if we join our strength, we can win this battle without losing a single soul.
Dude, I think we're like going straight to Edelgard this month. I wonder if that means we're going to be going after those who slither in the dark afterwards, or whatever is behind those who slither in the dark. Or they could even switch things up with us and like have Rhea be a bad guy again. That's always possible too. Okay, we need to try another certification with our girl Lysithea. And then we will watch some supports and do our exploring. Come on, girl, I believe in you. 48, let's do it. Ugh. Okay, reload. She was really hard in our last run, too, so I think it comes down to her luck. Somebody told me in the last run, which is something I didn't know, that your luck actually factors into whether or not you can get class rank when you have lower percentages. So yeah, her luck is 15. So like, let's look at somebody else, not him. 23, 18, 19, 17. Hers is relatively low too. 22. Okay, well, 15's the lowest I've seen so far. Okay. What do we got? Linhardt and Catherine.
Catherine, about Thunderbrand.
I said my position would not change. Go home. You're not getting your hands on Thunderbrand.
I was not asking to, so stop being so overprotective. I have a different request today.
Oh, so you're nagging about something else. Just so you know, constant badgering isn't a very attractive quality.
He's not trying to hit on you.
I would appreciate it if you would use Thunderbrand somewhere that I might observe it in action. Since you have denied me the simplest path to my enlightenment, I decided instead that I should closely observe the relic in use.
Linhardt, the hero's relics aren't showpieces. I only use Thunderbrand when I need its power. I won't waggle it around for your entertainment. You know, even though it's compatible with my crest, it still takes its toll on me. Every time I use it, it wears away at my soul. Not that you'd understand.
Wow, that's the first time I've heard anything like that. So, like, there's actually an element of it, like... Wow, okay. So it has some kind of effect on people when they use them. I don't think anybody else has mentioned that. I mean, we know that it has a really, really bad effect on people who don't have the crest, but... Interesting.
Of course I don't understand. I've never used it.
Watch your tone. Remember who you're talking to.
Why are you so unwilling to let me study Thunderbrand in any manner? I wish to be a true crest scholar. Learning all there is to know about the hero's relics is my duty. I could learn a great deal by using a relic myself, even if that did mean endangering my life, yet you deny me the opportunity.
He's so mad. This is
Scholars
the maddest I've seen him.
Scholars who will not endanger their lives in pursuit of knowledge are worthless.
Damn.
Scholars should be willing to lose their lives?
In a word, yes. Which makes it all the more frustrating that you refuse my attempts at study.
I think this is the most frustrated we've seen Linhardt.
But I can't seem to convince you, so just forget all about it. Your bullheadedness wins the day, Catherine.
This voice actor, is he the same one who does Cyril? Somebody tell me in the comments. I heard a little bit of Cyril in his voice there for a minute. Am I imagining that? I know that some people do share voice actors between different characters, so is that one of them?
I'll go ask someone else. If only I could use the Sword of the Creator. Without a crest stone, it won't respond. I wonder how it is that the professor can use it. The only explanation that makes any sense is... Could it be?
He wants so badly to study crests, he'd risk his own life. That's impressive. I underestimated your tenacity, Linhart. But I have to protect you from yourself.
I think she's gonna help him out in the next one. I think maybe she will swing around this Thunderbrand for him. We'll try and see that one through. Roth and Flame.
Yet another lovely day. On such a fine day as this, it would certainly be nice to go for a stroll with someone. I wonder if anyone is around. Oh my, such awful noises. Who, or rather, what is making those sounds?
Huh? Oh, hello, Flame!
Poor girl. Oh my god, did she pass out?
My apologies. I feel a bit better now.
Oh, you scared me. You nearly knocked me over with that scream.
Well, you startled me, appearing out of nowhere and making such sounds. What is it you are doing here anyway?
I'm just out here using logs to train.
Wow, are you really capable of lifting something so massive, Raphael?
Of course. Wanna see? See? Told you I could do it.
That was magnificent. Do you suppose I could give it a try as well?
Ooh, sounds like a bad idea.
It might be a bit too much for your tiny arms.
Tiny or no, I want to be stronger. Do you have any tips for someone both willing and eager to grow?
Okay, here's what I want y'all to do for me. Somebody that's watching this needs to take Raphael's body and put Flame's head on it. And then I want you to send me a tweet. I want this to happen.
It's probably best to start by practicing your battle cry. If you let out a good shout, you'll feel even more powerful.
You are a font of knowledge. Can you apply your wisdom and show me by example?
No problem. Just follow my lead. Yeah! Hurrah!
Yeah! Rah!
That's fucking adorable.
Yeah!
Wah! Nyah!
Well done, girl.
How did I fare? Do I look stronger now?
You do. Just say yes.
It's working! I knew this would help!
She's so pure. I love it. She's a great character. I love Flame. She's great. Leonie and Catherine are going to finish out theirs.
Ha! Ha! Hurrah!
Catherine's working hard. I guess even the strongest fighters can't neglect their training.
Ka! Nya! Ka!
At it again? Or is she still at it?
Oh, a spectator. If you want to ogle, you ought to be a little less conspicuous.
Sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just passing by. I couldn't help but wonder, though. Have you been training all this time?
Yes, I'm simulating prolonged combat. Fighting for a long time requires a whole different set of skills. If you can't handle it in training, you'll certainly be doomed against the real thing.
I can't even imagine having what it takes to keep that up for so long.
You've been in your share of battles. I'm sure you have some sense of what it takes. A brutal, protracted clash in open marshland, neither side retreating. In that situation, what will you do? Your survival depends on decisions you make in the moment.
I see why you're so successful.
Most importantly, don't give up. Don't start thinking about how you might lose or might die. Focus on surviving, on winning.
You're right. I've been narrow-minded. I had decided, since I don't have a crest and can't use relics, that I'm powerless against someone like you. But that's wrong. I'm not helpless. Not as long as I'm breathing and on my feet.
Girl, you've been one of my strongest characters in every route. I think you can stand your own.
So, the first thing I'm going to do is learn how to beat you. When you're unarmed, at least.
That's the spirit, Leonie. Though I'm not planning on losing either, you know.
Good.
I hope you're ready, because I'm going to train even harder than you.
You remind me of myself when I was young. I would become so angry at my own weakness. I feel strangely nostalgic seeing that same anger in you. Huh? Where'd that girl go?
We start tomorrow.
Okay, I think that's all of our supports. Aw, man, we're out of paralogs. That makes me sad. Okay, this month is a Silver Axe Plus. I might actually do that this month.
Professor! My mother might be in the city. I don't have many good memories of her, if I'm being honest, but she's dearer to me than my father.
Yeah.
If you happen to see her, please make sure she's not caught up in all the fighting. She's only a civil servant, so hopefully she takes a cue from her burning and stays inside.
I wonder if that's a hint. Interesting. I mean, we can probably go to the Middle Frank Opera Company, which we will definitely try and do.
Yep.
I'm sorry, what? You'll make a crown out of flowers. Alright.
In the opera, actors came and went all the time, but the people behind the scenes would stay forever. I'll bet I'd know a few of them now, even after all these years. I wonder if they've left the capital. I certainly hope so.
Always treat your theater crew with respect. They work very hard. Just gonna put that out there.
Okay.
There are plenty of people who go into a theater, rent out a theater, and they treat the staff like crap.
We're heading up to Embar next. I hope I make it back safe so I can tell my little sis about it.
And I don't like people like that.
I hear they got a neat opera house there, where Manuela used to perform. What was it called again?
The Middle Frank Opera Company. Mitra Frank Opera Company. Mildew Plank. Middle Frank.
That's the one. My little sis always goes on about how much she'd like to see him perform. I know we can't see a show, but do you think we could at least see the building?
Aw. I'll get Manuela to agree to a private show for your sister. How about that? I'm sure she totally would.
Huh?
She's good people.
Just recently, the fish in the pond suddenly started thrashing around like mad. I didn't know what was going on. And then I saw something gleaming in the southeastern sky. It happened right when you were out on campaign. I wonder what it could have been.
Oh, he saw the rocket coming in. The blast. Like, I thought it was a magic blast, but it legitimately looked like a rocket.
Pardon me.
I wasn't just imagining that, right?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Momentum's really picking up for this final battle, huh? Even I'm starting to feel tense. Me! Enbar's history goes back 1,400 years. That even predates the founding of the Empire. It's one of the sacred sites of the Seros faith, so it's a pretty big deal. But hey, no need to worry about the monastery while you're fighting the final battle. I've got it covered. I'll defend it to my last.
Hey! Hello.
Hello, Anna. How are you doing, girl?
Professor, the whole of the capital is going to be a battleground. The city has such a long heritage. Even so, perhaps it deserves to be reduced to ashes for once. But we can't let the common folk get hurt. We should try to confine the damage to the noble section of town.
Wow. I was just gonna go for, you know, anybody who isn't, you know, bearing arms. How about that, Dorothea? She's like, kill the nobles. I mean, whatever you want, girl, but they might not need to die.
Really? Pardon me.
Some of my soldier friends departed for Empire territory a few days ago. They wore trader clothes and hid their weapons in their luggage, so that even if they encounter patrols, they won't arouse suspicion. Another squad dressed as traveling artists. It's like a game of dress-up, but with lives at stake.
This guy's got cool armor. I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing this armor on somebody. Is this one of the armors he's using to blend in? I don't remember seeing enemies with that armor either. But I'm also not very observant.
It's such a relief that we've made it this far without having to fight my father.
I tend to miss small details like that. I mean, I think... Should I kind of like go for the, yeah, let's try and connect with him a little bit. It kind of sounds like you're scared, Caspar. Are you okay?
You bet I'm scared. The Imperial Army hasn't lost a single battle with my father on the field.
Yeah, but we got you.
If he turns up as a reinforcement during the assault, we might lose. I'd better make my peace with that.
I kind of hope he doesn't show up just so that we don't have to kill him, you know? I don't know, he's probably not the greatest dude, but hard to say when we know so little about him.
Ever since the Empire declared war on the Church, we have lost all contact with the priests and monks who are in the Imperial capital. I expect there's nothing we can do but pray for their safety. But realistically, it's probably too late.
Professor, hey! Here we are, facing the final battle with the Empire. It's been a long, difficult struggle. We have to get Lady Rhea back. And we have to crush the Empire in the name of Captain Gerald. I don't know what comes next, but we can sort out those details later.
It's been so long since I've been to the Imperial capital. I used to go to the opera there with my mother and brother. I never thought my return would be like this.
Okay, nothing else in here. You got an item.
Hey!
The Empire's army should be divided now, with significant troops still in the west. If they don't assert their authority over the Old Kingdom's lords, they'll never know when an uprising might start. Ironically, as soon as we capture the Imperial capital, the Old Kingdom's lords are likely to rise up immediately.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. Doesn't look like there's anybody in here today. Going into our big battle. Nobody's training. Bunch of slackers.
Hi. Professor.
So I'm interested in the comments. Why don't you guys let me know what you guys, any of you who have the DLC, let me know what you think of some of the new things they've added, like the petting of the animals and the bathhouse and whatnot. Tell me if you feel like those were good additions to the game or not. I'm kind of interested to hear what some people think about it.
Invading the capital and smashing the Empire. I wonder if doing so could really end this war. Care to share your thoughts, Professor?
Well, I think it will end the war if we take care of those who slither in the dark while we're in the process. Edie is not the only enemy. In fact, the bigger enemy is those who slither in the dark. She's just tied to them.
You say that with such confidence. I want to believe that it's true. Although for now, better to focus my efforts on the fight at hand.
Because they're the ones pulling her strings a bit.
Professor. We're about to put the finishing touches on this war. I wonder how Fodlan will look without the backdrop of death and destruction. I can't wait to see it. On the other hand, I'm terrified of what the future might hold. Who knows if I'll survive the assault on the capital?
We're forming small units and slowly sneaking into the Empire's territory. That allows us to conceal ourselves along the path of the main army's progress, so that by the time we reach the capital, we can all join forces again. However, if any of the units are discovered before we can rendezvous, the whole plan is a bust. I'm sure it will work out, though. The Empire seems to think we've abandoned our plans to invade, so they're likely not keeping as close a watch.
Yep, things could go horribly, horribly wrong.
Looks like we're nearing the end of this struggle. I'm sure Lady Rhea is on tenterhooks waiting for me to swoop in and rescue her.
Probably.
I was just kidding. Pay me no mind. Lady Rhea's not waiting for me, I know, no matter how much I might wish she were. She's waiting for you.
I don't know, you've been with her for a long time. I think she believes in you in that way, girl.
10 years ago, Dagda and Bridget attacked the Empire from the west. Their final target was the capital. But they were countered at a port town long before they reached their destination. I guess our attempt has been more successful than theirs, all things considered.
Good bit of background lore there, actually.
Yes. 5 years ago, Edelgard said a thing to me. Bridget is a vassal of the Empire. But she also said I always have the freedom to be choosing whether I am with or not with her. I will become the ruler of Bridget. So she said I must make my own path. So now, my path and her path will be colliding.
The Death Knight is no ordinary knight. I will prey upon him. I will quench my blade's thirst with his blood. His focus is on fighting you, I'm sure. But mine will be the last face he sees.
Hey, if you're part of the main party, I would totally give that to you if I could. Probably don't even really need this, but... I know Caspar already has a Silver Axe Plus, but I don't know if others do. If Aloise does.
You're all going down.
Yeah, these guys stand no chance.
Big win! You're all going down.
Big miss. Didn't even need a heal.
Going down.
Rhea will be somewhere in the city. I wonder if she can sense us coming. If we are able to save her, then I expect you will learn many secrets that have hitherto been kept from you.
Yes!
Are you prepared for that?
Oh, I'm so ready. I'm so freaking ready. I am.
Excellent. The battle will soon be upon us. Let us both be at our best for what is to come. I have something to ask of you.
We are working to acquire more resources and would greatly appreciate your help. Gather the requested resources and deliver them. Accept and deliver.
Well done. You have my thanks. The battle will...
Yeah, there's never really any items in here. I don't even know I'm going in. Is there anybody upstairs? No, there's never anybody up on that 3rd floor.
Professor, we're finally going to the capital. This will be my chance to avenge Captain Gerald. Once we smash the Empire, I'm sure his soul will finally be able to rest in peace.
I mean, this is what I think is true. Who can say for sure? I think that Gerald may have had more things he may have wished to have completed in his time. I'm sure that if Gerald was around, he would have found a way to avoid letting all of these houses come into conflict with each other, because he's just that good of a guy, that smart of a guy. I think you're right.
Monica killed Captain Gerald for the Flame Emperor, and the Flame Emperor was Edelgard.
All true.
I know that the future of all Fodlan rests on this battle. Nothing else is more important.
Let's be clear, it's not really true. Edie did not want that to happen. She did not know that was going to happen. But they are allies. So, just by association, she's guilty.
But for me, this is personal. For Captain Gerald's sake, I'm going to give it all I've got and more.
And just because I said those words, here come the dislikes. So, yeah, don't forget to like this video, because people are going to come in here and hit that thumbs down.
Professor. I've avoided the damned place ever since I abandoned my nobility. Swore never to return. Now here we are. To return in this manner. Well, I can't say it is something I ever imagined.
Am I going to be working on... What am I working on? Am I going to keep working on reason? Yes. So, while I'm here, why don't you teach me, man?
Whenever I think about how we'll be seeing Lady Rhea real soon, I get happy and really get cleaning. We'll get there for sure, right? We'll see her again?
We'll meet her for sure.
I just gotta believe Lady Rhea is waiting for us in the capital. We just have to find her.
Teacher. Professor, at last. The end is nigh. I love the Empire. Part of me wants it to survive. But I know that is not reasonable. The Empire's time has come. What we need now is a mighty leader who can rebuild Fodlan and rule it as a single nation. Nonetheless, it saddens me that we will not have an Adrestian Emperor.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
The information about Lady Rhea being held in the Imperial capital came from an Imperial soldier at Mercius? We can't discount the possibility that the enemy's feeding us fake information on purpose. Still, we can only move forward. It's all on you, Professor.
Hey, she's not wrong. I could be laying a trap. You could honestly be laying a trap.
Hey, you! Lady Rhea.
Did I run by you and you said Lady Rhea? Poor kid's delusional. He misses her so much.
Hi there! Enbar is where the divine Saros, sent by the goddess, first appeared before mankind. Saint Saros then worked countless miracles there and offered guidance to the people. That's why Enbar is considered a holy place for the Church of Saros.
Professor!
Flane!
Oh, I was born in Enbar. My mother and father met in a church there. Not too long after, I was brought into the world. I do not understand how war can happen in such a precious place. It is most regrettable.
Yeah, sorry, girl.
Right.
So, did you know? A magnificent canal flows through downtown Enbar. It's said to have been constructed under the guidance of Saint Saros before the Empire was even formed. Ever since, that canal has been a major lifeline for the capital's development. And now this is how the Empire repays it. Truly, no good deed goes unpunished.
So I guess Rhea knows that town pretty intimately then.
I have been to the kingdom capital before, but never to the imperial one. They say it is the biggest city in all Fodlan, so we will no doubt have many civilians to worry about. I hope we can preserve the city. If it is destroyed in the battle, the people will face hardship. I would say we should avoid the use of excessive force, but I suppose that hinges upon the Empire's terms of engagement.
Terms of engagement. He's worried about the civilians. Here's a thought that I just had. Imagine this. We go in there to save Rhea, we end up saving Rhea, and I don't know, maybe we aren't the ones who are going to end up killing Edelgard. What if in the end, those who slithered in the dark take it upon themselves to destroy the city? Just to try and kill us. Shit, that might be a real possibility, guys. And that would be like super tragic too. Imagine us like making up with Edelgard, and then those who slithered in the dark just nuking the place.
I'm from the Empire myself, and I still have some relatives in Enbar. I hope they get out in time, but I've no way of contacting them. I guess all I can do is pray they're not harmed.
By the way, I don't care if I'm right or wrong in any little aspect of that. Please don't spoil in the comments. I don't want to know if I was right or wrong. I fear that I may not be able to achieve my dream within my lifetime. Therefore, I must find a worthy successor. Wherever will I locate such a fervent youth? Let's see. It'll be easy after we build the Officers Academy, maybe? Let's try that. Nailed it. Okay, I think we talked to everybody. Okay, no item here. Let's go work on our motivation. Okay, Caspar and Catherine could use one. Ferdinand and Mercedes, or Ferdinand and Flame. Who do we want to work with on Flame? Yeah, let's do Ferdinand and Flame.
Delicious.
This isn't...
could do Lysithea and Cyril. What about Sedith? Who are we going to work on with Sedith? Leone? Looks like we finished Bernie's. So we could finish Leone and then work on Catherine.
The flip.
Okay. Yeah, let's do Lysithea and Cyril.
Eating.
I've got...
We could work on Roth and Shamir.
This is
food taste.
Okay, Petra still has low motivation. Looks like she's the only one in main party, who I think is also doing just fine on supports. She's kind of got everybody that we really want. The only person we could do her with is Ignatz, because Cyril already ate. Okay, is there anybody else we want to do for any reason? I mean, Hanneman and Linhart would not be a bad idea. And then we'll go and get Dorothea and train another reason. Let's see, where was she? Oh, Linhart's up there, huh? Let's go and talk to him real quick. Don't have to come in here very often. Lynn, I'm coming!
Have you
There we
considered... They used to call Enbar the city of Seros. To assault it together with the Knights is surreal. If Seros were alive today, I wonder what she might make of our war. In Enbar, there was once a southern church, and apparently a bishop was dispatched to it. 100 years ago, the Southern Church became entangled in an insurrection. Until 5 years ago, the Empire and the Church maintained a certain distance from one another. They used in Enbar, there was 100 years ago, the Southern Church became entangled in an insurrection.
I would need to see a timeline of a bunch of the political events going on to figure out if that 100-year ago insurrection has any importance. Or has to do with anybody we know, you know? Like, it could be that those who slithered in the dark may have had something to do with that.
They used to call it
Interesting.
Enbar,
Okay.
Until
I don't know. Actually, can you teach reason? I don't think you can. Nope. Okay. Ah, that's right, you were in the market.
The whole of the city has... But we can't...
Okay, we only got one support. Leone.
Today was a great day
And
for
Seth.
fishing, wasn't it?
It was, though I did lose to you in numbers.
You won on size, though. Some of these fish are huge. And it was you who caught this beauty.
It is a lovely specimen. The fins are rather like wings, and the scales are reminiscent of a lustrous rainbow. But I have heard this type of fish does not taste good.
It's a little bland, but it's not bad.
Yeah, they're fine.
You just need to fry it in oil to bring the flavor out. There are lots of little bones, too, so you need to be careful eating it.
You truly are an expert, Leone. I would be delighted if you would cook for us again.
Happily. You know, once this war's over, I'll be able to make even more elaborate dishes.
Yeah, with trout, it's all about the seasoning, how you cook it.
I'm sure none of it will compare to your wife's cooking, though.
Entirely different styles. I very much look forward to seeing what you come up with. Yet another reason to end this war swiftly.
I'm flattered, but that doesn't seem like a good motivation to fight.
On the contrary, it is better than the usual reasons.
And I think Roth would agree.
In the heat of battle, it is little details like a friend's cooking that I reach for to find my courage.
I have to say, I didn't expect that from you. You're always so serious. But I really value our fishing time, too. With all the chaos, it's great to have a way to relax.
I hope there will come a time when we can fish like this without worry, to our heart's content.
Hope's not enough. We need to build that future with our own hands.
Agreed. But even after that is done, you had better not rest idle. I've grown quite fond of your cooking.
Don't worry. There's plenty more where that came from. Speaking of, time to handle today's haul.
Let me lend you a hand.
It's wild to think that I used to be so nervous about Sedith. He unsettled me when I first played this game, especially at the beginning of the campaign. I was like, I'm not sure about this guy. Now I love him. He's such a sweet dude. Such a good guy. I like Sedith a lot. But yeah, I legitimately thought he was going to be a bad guy.
Professor.
Okay. Well, it looks like that's where we're going to end this episode. So thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And tune in next time where we are going to be doing some battles. So have a good one.